All right. I have 22 minutes left on my phone. So I'll babble on for good, I don't know. I can babble on for 10 minutes. Then I only have 2.5 pages to read of Lord of the Rings. I'm on page 191. Yeah, I have only 2 pages to read pretty much. So I can babble on for a good chunk, obviously. So I'm going to go back to what? To my two candidates for the Hidden Vampire movie. The high chance Will Smith will be chosen for that movie. Again, Will Smith, if you're watching this, you already know if you're chosen. You can see the future. I have the keys. If you're chosen, congratulations, obviously. Mark Wahlberg, when you watch this video, as you guys obviously watch my reels, obviously, you already know if you're chosen for my movie, obviously. Will Smith, I'm willing to pay him a nice, I don't know, $41 million for the role. I'll pay him a nice $17 million salary, $17 million signing bonus, and I'll pay him a $24 million salary at the start of production. Before you even work, you get a fat check in the bank. And you also get your perks too, obviously. Your 3,500 gas card, filling my jet, the luxury buffet, a brand new chair to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? You stay at a nice hotel for the table reads for training. Because I'm going to be doing a little bit of training for the Hidden Vampire movie. Probably a good month of training or something like that. And you're also going to be doing table reads. Hence why what? Will Smith and Mark Wahlberg, if they're in my movie, they're going to be staying at a hotel in Vancouver, obviously. Not a luxury hotel. It's just going to cost more money. But I'll have them stay at a nice hotel with a pool, all that stuff. They'll be staying in a nice hotel for a good, like, I don't know, couple months. And they'll be doing their training and they'll be doing their table reads. And you're looking at an amazing movie for the Hidden Vampire movie. You're looking at creepy vampires on the island, man. Something top notch. Think something like King Kong. You know how King Kong's gone, you have that big island. Well, picture something like that, except you have vampires living on the island. I don't know. You have a tribe of vampires. You know what I'm saying? And me and my wife were trying to survive on the island. I was like, that's been crazy. You're looking at an amazing, amazing movie for that, man. That movie has potential to be even better than the Great Escape movie. I highly doubt it will. But it will be up there, man. It will be almost as good as a Great Escape movie. You're looking at an amazing movie for that. And that movie will be rated R. And you're looking at a freaky movie. Not as freaky as Zane's. Zane's, you're looking at literal devils. Whereas the vampires in On will be creepy, where you'll be like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? But they're not going to be as scary as the devil beings in Zane's. Zane's, you're looking at literal devils, obviously. Zane's will be the most horrific movie ever made in movie history. Right. Mark Wahlberg, I'm willing to pay him a nice $36 million for the role. It's good enough. You can pay him a $14 million bonus on a $22 million salary to start production, which is nice, obviously. $36 million. And I told you, if these guys are greedy and they don't like my offer, my look, man, they want a piece of my roads, my look, man. If you don't like my offer, there's no such thing as back-end deals from my company. You're not worth my royalties. If you don't like my offer, you're more than welcome to abandon the project. I'm going to tell them this. Look, man, if they're greedy, look, guys, if you don't like this, if Skysource is not good enough for you, even though I'm paying you $3 million and you're getting your freedom, if this offer is not good enough for you, I'm like, look, man, you can abandon the project. I'll tell your agent you can abandon the project. You can go back to Hollywood, being a dirty slave and making dirty millions, go back to being a side tension. I can cast someone else, and you guys are missing out on what this huge opportunity. That you're never gonna get this opportunity again, and you will no longer be saved. And you won't experience international fame with Ivan and VJ. You want to experience international fame with Ivan and VJ, be saved, make your free clean millions, get your nice perks. Be a part of the crazy bus for the movie. You accept the deal. If you don't like the deal, you are more than welcome to go to ban this project, and you can go back to Hollywood being a dirty slave and making your own. As I put all these actors in pill, and they all will accept my offer because I'm paying them a lot of money, man. I'm paying them even though Ivan and Vijay are making a shitload of money off their movie, they're gonna make their billions. Ivan's greedy, but he's not generous. He's still paying us a shitload of money. Yeah, man. I'm still paying all those actors a shitload of fucking money. I'm paying them a lot of fucking money. I'm paying them a shitload of money, obviously. See what I'm saying here? I'm going to say, remember, go back to my Swing the Sharks rule. Do not let the Sharks dupe you. Because I know Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, Ben Affleck, Scarlett Johansson, Keanu Reeves, because they're all big actors, they're all sharks. They're all sharks, and they all want what? When sharks smell blood, they what? They go on a frenzy mode. Hence, they're all going to try and get a piece of that pie, man. Hence why me and my wife are going to have to be strict. I'm going to have this talk on White VJ. I'm going to be strict with you, you know what I'm saying? No actor, I'm going to tell VJ, look, whenever these actors negotiate their contracts with us, make sure no actor gets a piece of our royalties if they're not worth our royalties. I'm going to kill them. And VJ will be even greedier than me. VJ will be like, you're not getting a piece of my fucking royalties. She'll be greedier than me because she's a Hollywood chick. She grew up in Hollywood, obviously. Misha will be even greedier than me. She won't let anyone take a piece of her royalties, obviously. She'll be even greedier than me, obviously. And Leonardo DiCaprio, there's a high chance he'll be chosen for the Western Gangster movie, as well as Shia LaBeouf. Something tells me Shia LaBeouf is a good candidate for that movie too, the Western Gangster movie. Or he's either good for the Hidden Vampire movie or the Western Gangster movie. What should I have him in? You guys gotta help me out here. Is Shia LaBeouf better for the Western Gangster movie, like a gang war, or is he better for the Hidden Vampire movie, people surviving on an island? What do you think he's better as? I think he's better in the Western Gangster movie as part of a gang member. Because he did some Western Gangster movie a while back. I forget what it was called, but I saw the movie. He was in that movie. He was perfect in that role, obviously. That's why I don't know. Is Shia LaBeouf good for what? I'm thinking Shia LaBeouf too. Shia LaBeouf is also good. There's a good chance he'll be chosen for the Hidden Vampire movie or the Western Gangster movie. I don't know. What should I have him in the Western Gang? No, he's good for the Western Gangster movie. Which he'll be older by then. Shia LaBeouf is in his mid-30s now. So Shia LaBeouf will be what? He'll be in his late 50s by the time I do the Western Gangster. So he'll still be young. He'll be older. He'll be old, obviously, but he'll be in his late 50s by then. By the time I do the Western Gangster, he'll be in his 50s. And so he'll be a lot older. He's good for that movie, man. Shia LaBeouf, there's a good chance I'll have him chosen for that movie, obviously. And he's a small A, so for him, if he's in the Western Gangster movie, I'll pay him like $15 million for the role. I don't know, 15, 14, 13, 14, 15, 50, even 50.9 million for the role. Because he's a big actor, I can even pay him 50.9 million for the role, which is nice, obviously. But he doesn't get a bonus. The small A-listers for my movie do not get bonuses. Only the big ones get bonuses. So you get a rich salary because you're an A-list actor, but I'm not giving you a bonus because you're not a big actor. You're a big actor, but you're small. Because you're a small A-lister, I'm not paying you a bonus. Obviously, I told you, if the actor really needs money, you can pay the bonus from his or her salary. So if a B-list actor, if you're paying a B-list actor $2.5 million, if the guy really needs money, you can pay him $350,000 from his salary. That way, or $400,000 from his salary. That way, he has some money for himself, and you can pay him the rest of his salary to start production if the guy really needs money. There's a good chance some actors might need some money. The A-list actors won't need money because the A-list actors all have millions in the bank. They all have a few million to like tens of millions in the bank, obviously. They all have money in the bank. Whereas the B-list actors are not as rich. And some B-list actors might need some of the money, obviously. Hey, Ivan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to need some money for a year. You know what I'm saying? Because all my other movies after Zanus, the actors only won't get paid for a year. And most actors in Hollywood could last for a year without getting paid. Obviously. Whereas for Zanus, the actors are not getting paid for 2 years. They're not getting paid for 2 years. Hence why I'm giving them some nice perks, obviously. Right? I told you, most Hollywood actors have money to last for a couple years. Because they all get, especially if you do, like the actors who are in Victorious, chosen for Zanus, I know they get royalty reruns they get rerun royalties from the Victoria show. Like $100,000 in royalties. And so they can all last for what? For 2 years, obviously. Anything over 2 years, you gotta pay them. Anything over 2 years, in my opinion, is very, very long. So for Zanus, the actors are not going to get paid for 2 years. Whereas all my other movies after Zanus, the actors won't get paid for 1 year. Most actors have enough money to last for 1 year. But as long as you give them perks and you feed them, you pay for their hotel living, you pay for their feeding every day, they won't mind as you're giving them a good deal. As most actors can last for a year. Because they all have money in the bank, obviously. But there's some biggest actors who might need the money, man. You might say, hey, Ivan, man, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm a little low on cash. I'm gonna need some money for the 1 year. And I'm saying, okay. I'll pay, if I'm paying you $2.2 million, I can pay you a $250,000 signing bonus. That way you have some money for yourself for the 1 year. And I'll pay you your $1.9 million something, whatever it is, at the start of production. If you really need the money, obviously. But the A-listers won't need the money because most A-listers have money in their bank. But the small A-listers do not get bonuses, right? So so Shia LaBeouf were in my Western Gangster movie, I wouldn't pay him a bonus. I would pay him like $50 million and he doesn't get his bonus because Shia LaBeouf is a small A-lister. But the Western Gangster movie is a long time from now, man. Shia LaBeouf will be in his 50s by then. Right now he's like 34, 35. Shia LaBeouf will be in his 50s by then. He'll be a lot older by then. And Leonardo DiCaprio will be pushing 70. He'll be in his late 60s. But those two cans are the two cans I'm thinking of for the Western gangs. But something tells me Shia LaBeouf is also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too, though, man. Because I don't know. You see what I'm saying here? Sorry, guys. I don't feel like reading Lord of the Rings today. You gotta bear with me. I have 2.5 pages left of Lord of the Rings. I promise, Lord of the Rings fans. You know what I'll do tomorrow? Tomorrow, when I start off my video, I will read the first 2 pages of Lord of the Rings. That way I get it over with, and I'll babble on. I think it's better that way. I'll read the first 2 pages of Lord of the Rings tomorrow. That way I finish chapter 8, and I'll babble on for the remainder of the video. Because I have a lot of things in my mind that I want to say, and I don't feel like reading Lord of the Rings right now. So you gotta bear with me, Lord of the Rings fans. Sorry about that. Obviously, right? So you see what I'm saying here? Like, Shia LaBeouf is the only actor who I'm thinking of choosing that I'm torn with what movie I want him to be in, man. Because I can also picture him in the Hidden Vampire movie too. I can have him be one of the one of the newlywed couples, and he's also, because by Hidden Vampire movie he'll be in his 40s. He won't be as old. He'll be younger. He'll be in his like mid 40s. He'll be in his like late 40s by the Hidden Vampire movie, whereas the Western Gangster will be in his 50s, obviously. He's also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too, obviously. But I saw him in that Western Gangster movie, and he was really good for that movie. Hence why I have Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf, I'll have him in the Western Gangster movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I can have him chosen for that movie. Same time, he's also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too. I don't know, man. You guys gotta help me out here. Is Shia LaBeouf good for the Western Gangster movie, or is he good for the Hidden Vampire movie, man? You guys gotta help me out here. What would you rather have him in? Would you rather have him in the Western Gangster movie? Or would you rather have him in the Hidden Vampire movie? I don't know. Because he's also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too. I can picture him in that movie too, obviously. No, you know what? Something tells me he's good for the Western Gangster movie. Shia LaBeouf is good for he's good for that Western Gangster movie, man. I'm gonna have him. There's a good chance he will be chosen. My secretaries give his agent a call for that movie, and he will be chosen for that movie too, obviously. Again, you guys see the future. You already know if he's chosen or not. But there's an 80% chance I'm going to have Shia LaBeouf chosen for the Western Gangster movie. And Leonardo DiCaprio is an 80% chance I'll have him chosen for that movie too. He'll be older by then, but he's perfect for that movie. You're looking at a gang war. The Western Gangster movie has potential to even be better than the Hidden Vampire movie, as well as even the Great Escape movie. You never know. You're looking at a gang movie, like a dark gang movie. Rated R dark gang movie, man. You're looking at a top-notch movie, a Western gang war, man. This one's top-notch. And me and my wife are like the leaders of a gang, or we work for a gang, and we're in the middle of a gang war and all. So this is top-notch. I can either have me and my wife be the leader of a gang, or we work for some gang. We're in the middle of a gang war. You're looking at an amazing movie for that, man. Obviously. I don't know, man. Something tells me he's also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too, Shia LaBeouf. I don't know, man. I'm thinking. It's funny because all my other actors, I know for certain I want them in this movie. Keanu Reeves was also good for the Western Gangster movie too. The problem is he'll be like 85 by then. He'll be too fucking old. Hence why I want him chosen for the Great Escape movie when he's younger. I want him to experience the sense of fame with I Am Legion when he's a lot younger. Hence why I have him chosen for the Great Escape movie. He's good for that movie because he did John Wick. Where I was thinking of him, Keanu Reeves, for the Western Gangster movie, but by then he'll be like 85 years old. He'll be old, man. Hence why I want to have him chosen for the Great Escape movie. Whereas Leonardo DiCaprio, he's pretty much I have him on my mind for the Western Gangster movie, and I have Shia LaBeouf on my mind for that movie too. But all these actors will be a lot older. This is like 22, 23 years from now, man. And Shia LaBeouf will be in his 50s by then. He'll be a lot older. But when you're in your 50s, you're still young. And Leonardo DiCaprio will be pushing his late 60s. This is a long, long time from now, guys. A long fucking time from now. Obviously. Because all those actors, you guys know who you are. If you're chosen for my movie, you are the lucky chosen for you. You're going to get to experience the international fame with Ivan and Vijay, obviously. If Shia LaBeouf want to pay him a nice $15 million for the role, $15.9 million for the role, which is nice, obviously. He doesn't get a bonus. Leonardo DiCaprio, I can pay him a nice, I don't know, $38 million, $39 million for the role around there. $38 million is good. Pay him a nice $38 million for the role, $39 million for the role around there. Even $40 million for the role. You pay him around that range. for the role, obviously. And he's perfect for that movie, too. Looking at an amazing movie for that Western gangster movie, obviously. And then after my 5 movies are completed, I will be done phase 1. This is like sometime in 2050, 2049, around there. Once I am done all my phases, me and my wife will be moving on to a new phase. And by this time, me and my wife probably would have hired a new team, all that stuff. Because John Favreau and Dave Filoni, I want them, if they're chosen, if they're hired, I want them retiring after the 5 movies, as they're going to be fucking old by the time I film the 5 movies. Obviously. They're going to want to work for me and my wife so bad. I'm going to tell them, look, man, you're fucking old. I don't want you to work for me when you're fucking old. Enjoy the millions that you made and retire and spend time with your family, with your wife, your grandkids, and your kids. I want you to enjoy your life before you die, obviously. Obviously, right? There's a good chance I am thinking of that Spider-Man Miles Morales movie. So Spider-Man Miles Morales is pretty much a black Spider-Man. He's the black Spider-Man. You guys all know, all you guys who've read the comics, who know about Spider-Man, you know that there's a white Spider-Man and there's a black Spider-Man. There's a white Spider-Man, there's a black Spider-Man. The black Spider-Man is Miles Morales. There's a high chance I'm thinking of doing that Spider-Man trilogy. Obviously, I'm Spider-Man, obviously. A black Spider-Man. And VJ will play, I don't know, she'll play my girlfriend. My girlfriend in the movie, obviously. See what I'm saying here? But to do that franchise, I have to purchase the rights of Hollywood. I don't know how much Hollywood is willing. I don't know how much money I'm going to have to pay for that. But you're looking at hundreds of millions to like $1 billion. Probably Miles Morales isn't that big of a brand in Hollywood compared to the original Spider-Man. I don't know who owns the Spider-Man Miles Morales brand. I believe it's Sony. If Sony owns the brand, I'm gonna have to call up Sony. Hey guys, I'm thinking of making my own trilogy. This is if Hollywood. Look, man. In 25 years from now, if a Spider-Man Miles Morales movie gets released in Hollywood, I'll most likely not purchase the rights off the Spider-Man Miles Morales movie, as Hollywood already made the movie. Obviously, I was thinking of Uncharted before, because they're now doing an Uncharted series with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. I'm no longer going to purchase the rights off Uncharted. There's no point. Obviously, just like in 25 years from now, if they make a Spider-Man Miles Morales movie, I will no longer consider purchasing the rights for the Spider-Man Miles Morales movie. That's my point. But if Hollywood doesn't make a Spider-Man Miles Morales movie in 25 years from now, I'm going to talk to my wife. I'm going to seriously consider purchasing the rights off that movie. This is a long time from now. This is like 2049 around it. 2048, 2049, 2050. This is a long time from now, obviously. This is a couple decades, like 3 decades from now. A very long time from now. Right now, I'm just going to focus on Last Hope for Zanes, which is because all my other movies after Zanes are like a long time from now. Organization movie is like 10 years from now. A good 10 years from now, which is a long time, pretty long time. You know what I'm saying? Their Unique is like 13 years from now. 13, 14 years from now. The Hidden Vamp movie is like 15, 16 years from now. The Western Gangster movie is like 20 plus years from now. Long time from now. Hence why, where Zanis is not too far away, Zanis is within a couple years from now. Hence why I'm focusing on Last of Us Zanis for now. And once I finish that project, I can focus on my other movies, obviously. Then once I finish all my 5 movies, me and my wife can now discuss. I'll take a good 2 years off with her. Me and her can take a nice break, take 2 years off, live the life. After we film our 5 movies, and I'll talk to my wife, hey VJ, if Spider-Man Miles Morales movie, if Hollywood doesn't make that movie, I will consider purchasing the rights for the Spider-Man Miles Morales brand in Hollywood, and I'll make it into a trilogy, a 3-movie trilogy. You can even do a 5-movie trilogy if you want to. I can do a 5-movie Spider-Man Miles Morales trilogy. So my 5 movies for my phase 2 can be all Spider-Man Miles Morales. I can even do a 5-movie trilogy for that. It's easier that way. I can do 5 movies for Spider-Man. And I can purchase the rights of Hollywood. And my movies will be better quality than even Hollywood, because I'm going to put like $600 million towards those Spider-Man movies. And in Hollywood, they only put like $150 million towards Spider-Man movies. And you got a movie like that. Well, imagine putting $600 million towards a Spider-Man Miles Morales movie. Ivan O'Mara as Spider-Man. VJ's his girlfriend. You're looking at something top-notch. It's not guaranteed I'm going to buy the brand, as you guys already know, because there's a high chance Hollywood might make that Spider-Man Miles Morales movie within 25 years from now. If they do, I'll no longer consider purchasing the rights off Spider-Man. But you guys get my point, obviously. That is my idea after I finish my first phase. Right, I'm going to end it off with this, because I only have a good like 2 minutes left here. my phone. And after this video, I will get beer and smokes. I might order shawarma, or I might get McDonald's. Probably order some shawarma. Come back, upload the video, and enjoy the show. And I'll watch games. There's a lot of some good games online that I've been binging, obviously. I'm gonna end off with this. You know how Ben Affleck in Justice League, he was a boss. You know how he's so rich in that movie? He's a billionaire. He owns this top high-end house, automatic doors. You know how Tony Stark in Iron Man, he owns this what? He owns this top high-end house, like $100 million+ house. Picture something like that from me and my wife's condo. Me and my wife are gonna own an unheard of. BJ already knows what kind of car I'm gonna own. I have the keys. She knows. Me and my wife are gonna own an unheard of $100 million rooftop condo, man. Something like unheard of. Unheard of 100, 115, around that $100 million range rooftop condo. Something unheard of. Automatic door. I want to have an automatic door, super advanced shower, high-tech luxury pool, jacuzzi, living room, terrace, garage, elevator, all that stuff, man. High-tech, man. It's so high-tech, these Hollywood actors, when they walk into my office, they're going to be like, holy shit, Ivan, you have a nice crib here. This is a nice fucking crib. Yeah, man. And they're all going to brag, yeah, man, I've been to Ivan's condo. Ivan owns this top high-end, like $100 million plus rooftop condo, man. You know what I'm saying? They're all going to brag, obviously, because Sky Source is that top-notch of a company, obviously. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my daily videos, obviously. Don't take me for granted, as my series is soon coming to, and I'm making that final announcement. After that, I'm done. Stay tuned, Lord of the Rings fans. I will continue my Lord of the Rings review tomorrow, and I'll finish out Chapter 8. This is Ivan Omer. I am signing out. Peace.